So after I took office, we stepped up the war against al-Qaeda, but we also sought to change its course. There have been no large-scale attacks on the United States, and our homeland is more secure.
It's the second time I've heard that, maybe third. I'm still not buying it. What about Ben Shapiro, editor-at-large at Breitbart.com and a Sun News contributor? Ben, Obama's saying, hey, look, everything's better now. He's going back to the old bin Laden's dead, terrorism's on the run line. I find that a bit strange considering all the scandals he's got, the IRS, AP, but Benghazi is still one of the scandals he's dealing with. I'm surprised he's touching terror. You?
It's sort of ridiculous. It's obviously an attempt to direct away from the IRS and from the AP scandal and from the administration's targeting of a Fox News reporter. What Obama did in this speech with regard to Benghazi was he dramatically reshifted the narrative. He was trying to essentially say that the war on terror is over, and it's over because I ended it. I beheaded the great beast that was al-Qaeda by taking out Osama bin Laden. And that's a myth that was never true. I mean, the fact is that bin Laden was the head of al-Qaeda, but al-Qaeda is an umbrella organization that's loosely tied with terrorist groups all over the world. It's not like this was a regimented body. You know, this is not Nazi Germany, and he was not Hitler. Bin Laden was not Hitler. That's not how it works. So when you take out bin Laden, it's not like you just, defanged the snake. That is Obama's attempt was to really now say that we face a different threat in kind, and it's not true. We face exactly the same threat that we ever faced, which is a loosely affiliated group of terrorists all over the world who carry out attacks either with support from terrorist groups or on their own.
Yeah, and whether it's individual terrorism, like the Boston bombings or these guys in London, and Claire Lopez, I was speaking with her yesterday, she says expect more of that, or it's coordinated like Benghazi. Terrorism is not gone away. Maybe he's willing to talk about terrorism, though, and Benghazi, because he knows Benghazi's not sticking to him. It hasn't, in my view, my reading of it is, it hasn't registered with enough of the low information voter American public, the people that get as much news from Entertainment Tonight as they do from their local Supper Hour news program. It hasn't registered with them, whereas the IRS has. So if he can get people talking about something other than the IRS, oh, he's going to close Gitmo, things are better, maybe that will help him a little bit.
I think that's probably right. The fact that it hasn't stuck to him is a testament to the power of the media, because the truth is that of the three scandals, the one that most likely reaches directly to Obama is the Benghazi scandal, because the fact is that it was his administration that didn't provide security. It was his administration that clearly lied about what happened in the aftermath of the attack. But the misdirection to IRS and AP by the media is a masterful one. There will be ramifications to it. When it comes to the AP Fox News scandal, in all likelihood, Eric Holder's head will roll. There has to be a point here at which Obama dumps Holder, although today he said that he was going to have Eric Holder investigate Eric Holder. So this is he doesn't want to appoint a special prosecutor.
Before we switch to Lois Lerner not testifying, I got to ask you about that. So Eric Holder signs off on raiding the home phone records of James Rosen at Fox, getting his parents' phone records, going to Google and saying, hey, give me the emails. He signs off on going after the Associated Press, and now Obama's going to have Holder investigate himself?
That's exactly right. He came out today and he said the Department of Justice is going to do an investigation into the Department of Justice. This administration is a big fan of investigating itself. This is what they did with the Accountability Review Board in Benghazi. They stacked that Accountability Review Board with there are 5 people on that board. 4 of them were selections of Hillary Clinton in the State Department. And then they came out, oh, look at that. Look how the report exonerates us. It's amazing how when you investigate yourselves, you tend to exonerate yourself. So it has yet to be seen whether Holder's head will roll, but the Huffington Post was calling for Holder's resignation yesterday, so the worm may be turning on that.
All right, I want to play a clip of Lois Lerner quickly and her appearance before committee the other day. It's unbelievable.
I will not answer any questions or testify about the subject matter of this committee's meeting.
We will take your refusal as a refusal to testify. The witness and counsel are dismissed.
I know that you guys have the right to plead the Fifth. We have a similar thing. It's not called the Fifth Amendment, but we can do the same thing. You never look good saying, I'm not going to answer your questions.
Well, she also waived her right to plead the Fifth. I mean, she started off with a statement about how she was innocent, there had been no wrongdoing whatsoever, and then she said, by the way, I'm not answering any questions. You can't do that in the United States. That's called an implied waiver of the Fifth Amendment. Even Alan Dershowitz, who routinely defends defendants who use the Fifth Amendment, Alan Dershowitz said, she waived her Fifth Amendment rights here. The fact is this is not stopping at Lois Lerner. If President Obama thinks that placing Lois Lerner on administrative leave, in the United States, administrative leave means that they give you basically a paid vacation. She goes away and they still continue to pay her. If giving Lois Lerner a paid vacation is their idea of where the buck stops, that is not going to wash for the American people. But this is clearly what the Obama administration wants to do. Obama spoke today at the Naval Academy, and he actually compared sexual harassment in the military to the IRS scandal. He actually said that there have been cases of sexual harassment in the United States military, individuals acting badly, and he said it's just like the IRS scandal, where a few bad agents sort of spoil the whole barrel for the IRS. That's not how it works. The IRS had standards that were implemented from the top about profiling,
and you know
that the Obama administration wants to minimize.
Let me give the president some free advice here. It's never a good idea to compare anything to sexual harassment or sexual assault. Bad idea all around. I want to play one last piece of tape for you, Ben, and it's just to show you that as much as you and I want these things to stick to Obama, as much as anyone that follows politics, be they left or right, knows that these are big scandals, it's not hurting Obama with Obama supporters. Fox News sending a mic out the other day. Check this out.
Which scandal really, really gets your goat?
Would the Boston Marathon bombing be considered a scandal?
Have you heard about the IRS scandal by any chance?
No, I have not.
I don't think it's really like a huge scandal.
And you really believe that, Drew?
Did he rip him off and take some money that he didn't need?
Does the AP spying story bother you?
No.
Now, why doesn't it?
I don't actually know anything about that.
It's also just been revealed to have looked into the phone records of the Associated Press reporters.
Maybe he was looking at it in order to make his next move.
Make his next move.
As far as like helping the economy.
This is your opinion?
It's a fact.
That is not a good sign. We could do the same thing on the streets of any major city, but it's not a good sign, is it?
It's so sad. More people in Manhattan have probably seen Kim Kardashian's sex tape than actually know about any of these scandals. And it just shows the tremendous ignorance that has been created by, honestly, a news media that has wanted to ignore these scandals for months on. And there's nothing new here. I mean, this is what's so shocking. Why are we finding out about all of this now? Benghazi happened last September. The IRS scandal happened in the middle of last year. And the AP stuff happened in the middle of last year, too. And we're only finding about it now, obviously, after the election cycle and when Obama is safe and sound back ensconced in the White House.
Yeah, unreal, Ben, but this is why he did interviews with Pimp with the Limp during the election. Good talking to my friend. Have a great Memorial Day long weekend.
You too. Thanks so much.
Share your thoughts on all of this. Facebook.com. Just punch in my name or byline. You'll find us. And make sure you click the little thumbs up. Like our stories. More to come.